Okay, so it's well after 3 a.m. my time right now, but I had some thoughts that I wanted to get out of my system because I mean, you can't help but laugh and be just totally amused. This is becoming the season of, oh my gosh, will either tribe be able to complete a challenge without DQing? Thankfully, it happened at the last one. You know, we got through. Understand that I say all this stuff with love, okay? I mean, I just host now. I don't play anymore. But the first time I ever played, and this was back in the yesteryear, the early stages of smartphones weren't even around yet at all. And I used to play with almost just barely better than dial-up connection, okay? And y'all think that you are having issues with challenges. Like, I gotta figure out a way to survive playing without worrying about challenges. Here's a little secret, a little tip for everyone. Whether you've played before or not, remember this. Psst, get in close so you can hear, okay? Understand? Challenges don't matter in Survivor. I'm telling y'all, understand that. The faster you can understand that, the better you'll get at figuring out how to maneuver through these games, okay? Let me tell you, when we're in the tribal stages, all challenges do, they reveal the result of the social and strategic game. That's it. It reveals which tribe will have a player that finds out where they were on the totem pole by seeing their torch get snuffed. Everything else about challenges, it's just, you know, I mean, I get that it's fun and people get hyped up and, I mean, people just spaz out on challenge nights. It's becoming such a funny theme to me. The way that everybody, once I post the instructions, they all just go about, like, you know, Muppet flailing. And once they, like, slightly calm down, you know, they're like, oh, I'll quickly read the instructions because I don't want him to say go and I'm not ready yet. It's like, people, I've got like at least 20 tabs open on challenge nights. I'm just sitting here waiting. I'm just waiting until I start to feel that everybody has a basic understanding of how this challenge will go. I give everyone plenty of time to read, reread, whatever, ask questions. I'm very used to the questions that get asked, that 99.99999% of them were already answered in the instructions if people would read them. And it's not really just the newbies that, like Tom the other night, Rudy, Mugshots won. We're about ready to start. That was a challenge where both tribes DQ'd Survivor first. But he waits until I'm literally, like, posting my go. Where do we post our pictures? And it's too late for me to answer. Like, there's all this time for everyone to ask anything that they're not clear about. And I'm like, the instructions are so unbelievably specific that it said, you know, my go will happen here in Challenge Castle and that thread. And then everything else that you do from that point for that particular one will happen in your tribe section. There's no way anybody could miss that if they actually read what I wrote. You know, so... And speaking of Tom equals Rudy, he's got one more round, and he'll make the merge for the first time. As long as he can keep himself in check, does not do Tom things, he could make the merge. He's right on the edge of it. I don't want to, like, say it or jinx it or whatever, but, like, he really could. He's just, as long as he just basically doesn't do anything for the next half a day or whatever, just like, he really could be fine. Ooh, as long as he doesn't pull a Tom, he seriously could be merge bound. Oh, wow, that would be awesome. But like I was saying about these challenges, I started thinking about this Brian Regan routine. He's hands down my favorite stand-up comic. If you don't know who I'm talking about, go to YouTube, type in Brian Regan PopTarts. Okay? Watch that clip. Watch some of his other stuff. He's so funny, so quotable. But, like, what if the challenge was just, okay, the first tribe that everybody posts the word hi wins, you know, but obviously I can't change anything. But then I started thinking about the Brian Regan routine, and I'm like just cracking up because I'm thinking the Toast the Pop-Tarts thing, where he talks about how he's amazed at the fact that Pop-Tarts have instructions like on the back of them, and that there's actually more than one step, you know. I mean, he's like, step 1, toast the Pop-Tarts. Step 2, go ahead, toast them. Step 3, hey, are you still reading this? I seriously, look this bit up on YouTube. It cracks me up. But that's what I started thinking about with the way the challenges are going. You can't help but laugh, you know. I mean, I believe in this cast, and for the ones that I think need to be invited back sometime, I think they could be really interesting to watch as second timers once, you know, they hopefully have some challenge jitters out of their system. But anyway, so from where we are, it's like I want to see if they can get through this really complicated challenge that's coming up tonight. Really complicated, and I don't know if they're going to be able to do it. I think they can. And, I mean, it'll be a celebration of sorts because they're going to merge right after that challenge. And I think they can do it, but, oh my gosh, they have to actually read the instructions. And they have to understand who does what. And just the logistics. That's what they're not getting, is the logistics of everything. And it takes practice, and you just gotta, you know, keep your head about you. But, so to wrap this up, the two major questions on my mind. Tune in next time to see if will Rudy/Tom Dixon make it to the merge, and will Dublin and Limerick be able to complete this challenge without it being an absolute total disaster.
I see where they're going with this. We're banging on all cylinders now.